Manisha. I completely forgot you're doing this. Hi everyone, today we have gathered here to discuss some basics of social media strategy with you. Okay, first of all, you need to disregard every person who comes to you and he says or she says that you need to be on all social media platforms, because when somebody says that, they put you on the roadmap to become completely burnt out in the process. So what you need to do is actually figure out who is your target audience and where they exactly exist, and that really is determined by the kind of product that you have to sell on your page. So whether that's a product or it's a service, whatever it is, whatever you're offering to your target audience, that has to be defined. Your target audience has to be defined, and in accordance to them, you have to define a specific, a relevant social media platform.
I'd like to add here that other than the audience, what you can do is make mental notes. So, for example, about your audience, about your industry, about your product, and in fact, about your customers, about your competitors as well. So, what you could do is just look at the engagement they have with their audience and the kind of platforms they are, and that would give you a good idea of the gaps you could fill in, or perhaps understand where your core lies.
Yeah, and that does not mean that when you're looking at your competitor, it doesn't mean that you're trying to, copy them, but it's just to get inspired from them and see where exactly what's working out for them.
So, like a
And
market
then-
analysis.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to answer
Yeah,
this?
I think what there's a saying that says if it ain't broke, you should not fix it. But this is something that is completely dependent on the kind of product you have, the kind of industry you are in, and also if you have just implemented a strategy for your brand and it's been a month and you think it's not working out for you, give it some more time. You don't need to completely wipe off something if it doesn't work out for a month. Give it some 2-3 months to understand how your strategy is doing, and I'd rather suggest not to touch it before 2-3 months.
Yeah, but going off of that, I also think there are two things that you need to keep in mind before you revise your social media strategy. One is that maybe there is a social media trend that is going on and working out for other people that you need to incorporate in your strategy. That's when you need to do the revision. And the other is once you have done with checked the analysis of your consistent strategy, you realize that some things are not working out.
Yeah.
That's again the moment when you revise your strategy and look into it and see what exactly you need to do to make it work. If you Google that, you will probably go through, a lot of goals like, lead generation, traffic conversion,
Engagement.
brand awareness, etc. And that's all very relevant. But to be very specific, in order to determine goals for your business, when you're sitting on your desk and deciding, goals for your business, you need to really think exactly where your business is in the marketing funnel. If it's at a very beginner phase, you would know that you need brand awareness for that, because people need to learn about you first. And if you're in the middle, maybe what you need is more people involving, having conversations about your brand, or at least be aware at that point, and then leading toward generating leads.
Yes.
So it really depends on the marketing funnel you're in, and once you're decided on that, wherever you're existing, wherever you're lying, you can determine the goals. So this is the digital age, guys. Everybody has to be on social media because especially after COVID, people have become more interactive on these digital platforms.
Yeah.
And for that, a lot of businesses have migrated from physical stores to online stores. So I guess it's pertinent to say at this point that social media is a complete requirement where you need to have a standing, so that people who are looking for a product that you're selling, or people who are even talking about you, can look you up. And when they look you up, they feel that they're updated on your current standing. So that's why you need to be on social media, not just for people to look you up, but also to sell your product, because that's where people are now migrating instead of being in physical world.
And to add to that, I think the best benefit that you can get from social media engagement is widening and broadening your audience, getting your audience from those kind of markets that you can't be present in physically. So, for example, if you're a company in Pakistan and you can't really afford to have a business brick and mortar sort of situation going on in America, you could still be exporting them the product, right? And how would you tell them about it? Through digital. So this is like I just said, it's the age that you cannot ignore this, and definitely get on it if you haven't yet. Humanizing social media content is basically giving it a character of a human. It's connecting with your audience with things that would make it more relatable, make it more engaging, and sort of showing your vulnerable side to the audience. And that helps them relate more to it, right? So we are not in that age anymore where people want to talk to robots. They want to talk to actual people, and that's actually more sustainable in helping sell your products. So it's all about storytelling. It's about giving them insight into the not seen details of your brand, BTS. So all those things, they are about humanizing the brand. To me, it's about consistency. If you manage to engage your audience 2 to 3 times a week, so you, for example, set a schedule for them and you consistently post during those times, eventually what's going to happen is the loyal audience that you've engaged is going to expect you to engage with them on those particular times. And that's how you can get your engaged audience in the most basic sort of way. What would you say about this?
I was just thinking that ensuring brand presence on social media also makes me think of brand relationship with marketing. So when we talk about brand presence, we are actually talking about the target audience or target audience interacting with our brand. And brand may not always be about the product. Brand would be just about the target audience. And when you define your branding, you just try to humanize your whole business setup.
So this is it for this week's video. We're going to catch you with another one with some more questions and more things to discuss. So until then, stay tuned.
And if you have any questions, please comment so that we can address that.